Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are playing with a whole lot of NYX makeup. It's on my face. It's a mixed bag, which is actually shocking, but we're gonna get into that in a minute. Honestly, growing up I could not afford NYX. It was on the upper end of drugstore, so I would, whenever I had enough money, I would get a lip liner or a lipstick or something, and I always had a good experience with the brand and I always wanted to try a full face. A lot of their products have received a lot of hype on the internet, especially on TikTok. I've got a few viral products to test out in this video, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna go into is the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I have been so excited to use this. I've heard amazing things, that it smells really good. It does a really good job filling your pores, so I'm really excited to get this on my face. It says it has 10 skin loving benefits. It doesn't list the benefits, so I'm not entirely sure what these benefits are, but I know it has marshmallow root in here. I don't know what marshmallow root actually is or what it even looks like, but it's got that in here. Just the color of the packaging is so cute. I love this lilac color. Okay, I'm not getting too much of a scent. I've done about 1.5 pumps. Okay, it's like a whipped texture. That actually smells like slightly sweet, so I'm getting like a hint of like a soft marshmallow kind of scent. It's nice, it's pleasant, and it's not overpowering. It actually felt really hydrating, so I was expecting more of like a moussey dry texture, but it was actually very hydrating on the skin, and I feel like it's left my skin tacky, but my skin has also absorbed a lot of the moisture that was provided. I do feel hydrated. I can see that my pores have been filled somewhat. We won't be able to tell until the end of the video, but from a first impressions point of view, that was actually a really nice primer to use. And the tacky feeling isn't overly tacky. I don't like an overly tacky feeling. I know it might be better to grip your foundation, but just that, when it's too tacky, it just gives me the ick. So yeah, I do like this. Right, so the next thing I'm gonna go into is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. You know me, I love a full coverage. I have vitiligo, so I just want to even out my skin tone. If you see my skin looking different shades of brown in every video, it's because I try out so many face fake tans. Would you believe it, a brown girl that uses fake tan? But my vitiligo has spread on my face, so I do like to just try and even it out as best as I can. I like everything to kind of be the same shade of brown. The one I've used, I think it was the Bondi Sands one. It was the Pure collection. I actually really enjoy that. And to be honest, I think I might do a video on fake tan, which is, I just find it so funny as a brown girl and fake tanning. But I have a lot of knowledge on fake tans, and I know which ones are too orange and which ones give you like a good coverage of fake tan and ones that just kind of give you like a tint. There's like a huge difference between the two, really. It depends on what you want to achieve, but for me, I need something, even with fake tan, something a little bit more full coverage. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that video sometime soon on my channel. I have got this in the shade Buff. It's like a nice neutral shade. Let's test it out. So it says it's a matte finish. I mean, it's not my favorite finish, but I can appreciate a matte finish now if it's not too drying. It's actually a little more watery than I expected. I thought because it's like a full coverage matte foundation, I thought it would be quite thick, but it's actually not. Let's go in. Okay, that looks light initially upon application, but it does oxidize a little bit. That is like one layer of the foundation on. This is not full coverage to me. Maybe it's because I'm using a sponge, and maybe with a brush I would get more coverage, but I would say this is more like medium coverage. I can see my vitiligo, I can still see pigmentation issues, and I did 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Usually that would cover my face. This hasn't covered my face. I'm surprised because this was such a cult favorite for a while, so I'm like, But let's layer it up and see how it layers. Okay, so This is light to medium coverage natural finish foundation. It is matte, it's not too matte. It looks very skin-like. It looks really nice on the skin, like it layered. I've done 3 layers to get the full coverage. Honestly, I'm impressed with the finish of it, as in my skin looks very skin-like, but this is 3 layers of the foundation and it's not full coverage. And for a foundation that claims to be full coverage, I'm like, excuse me, I have one's far cheaper than this one. This one cost me £15 for the bottle. I don't mind paying the price if the foundation works, but I have cheaper ones, like ones from Catrice, which were like £5, that give me far more coverage and do exactly what they say on the bottle. I feel like the claims on this bottle are not exactly what's translating on my skin. So initially, like I will say, I'm not wowed by that at all. In fact, when I wear this on a daily basis, I would add in another foundation. But let's see how all the other makeup meshes into this. I might end up liking this foundation in the end, but my first thoughts are like, no. Which I'm really surprised about, because this got so much hype. I think I had high expectations with this. So staying on the theme of can't stop, won't stop, I've got the concealer and I've got it in the shade Vanilla. It is quite a light shade. I bought all of this stuff online, and you know what swatches are like online. Oh god, I hate this. That's my one reason that I don't shop cosmetics online anymore, because the colors are just so off. Oh, I actually really like the doe foot. The doe foot is actually really nice. I can appreciate it. It's like long. It seems like it has a little curve, so it will get under the eye really comfortably. It will hold a decent amount of product. Doing a very highlighted look today. Okay, let's try this much and see how it blends out. What I will say is that it feels very nice and creamy, so I'm excited to blend this out. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I love that concealer. I love it. Like, love it. That blended out like a freaking dream. It's like full coverage. It's brightening. It just blends into the skin so seamlessly. Oh my god. I really like that. I feel like it's matte but also creamy. This is a really good product. This is the first thing so far I'm like, oh, I really like it. I like this so much better than I like the foundation. I feel like it's made the foundation look better, to be honest. But even like just now, I'm looking at my skin and no, I can still see like bits of my vitiligo poking out here. And if it's claiming to be a full coverage foundation, I'm not gonna give it a pass, because it's not exactly meeting the claims. To set everything into place, I have another can't stop, won't stop product. I have the powder here, and this is in the shade light medium. I'm actually quite excited to use this. I've heard good things about this. It's got a little bit of yellow in there, so I'm hoping it'll give me a little bit more coverage. Right, so that is quite a yellow powder. Okay, that's definitely added a little bit of yellow into the skin. So I've set my face. I feel like it's added a tiny bit more warmth into the skin, because it is quite a yellow toned powder. It set my face nicely. It's added a tiny bit of coverage, which I enjoy. I can't really say too much than that. I don't think I'm like wowed straight away. It is a very fine powder, and it has meshed into the skin and not left me looking too dry. I guess we'll see how it wears. I've done a little bit of baking along my cheekbones just so that when I contour, it gives me a little bit more control and precision. I think I'm gonna review everything at the end because the first impressions I've got of a lot of this stuff, I'm a bit like, which is surprising because I was expecting to absolutely freaking love all NYX stuff. So I've got this 3 steps to sculpt and I've got it in the shade light. These are the shades. So you have 1 contour, 1 powder, which is quite yellow toned, and then a highlighter. To be honest, this says it's for a light skin tone. I wouldn't even say I'm light, I would say I'm a medium skin tone, but this looks quite dark. Like even this brightening powder looks a little too yellow. I mean, I'm gonna test it all out, but that contouring powder intimidates the hell out of me. Contour first. And let's start on the forehead. Oh my god, that is so pigmented. I thought it was gonna be like a lot softer than, oh my god, I've dipped in like once and I think it's enough for the entire freaking face. That is so intense. How is that for light skin tones? I do not understand. That would last me 1,000 years because I literally barely dipped my brush in and it's contoured my entire face. It's very cool tone. It's like almost got like a purple undertone. I swear it's not the easiest thing to blend out. That is one hell of an intense color. It is quite hard to blend out. I think that is one of those products where you work it into your brush, take a lot of the product off on your hand, on the back of your hand or on a palette or something, and then work it into the skin. I found it quite hard to blend out. Considering I applied a lot of pressure, it hasn't disrupted the rest of the makeup, so I guess that's a good thing. But oh my god, I mean, I am contoured. I like it once it's all been blended up, but I feel like it was a little bit of work. It wasn't the easiest product to use. I'm gonna go into that brightening powder and I'm just gonna put a little bit under the eye and just kind of see what happens. Okay, I do actually quite like that. It's a nice level of brightening and it is like a little bit of like a yellow tone to it. And that is just like brightening the rest of the skin. So we're gonna save this highlighter for when we highlight. So we're gonna move on to bronzing. Now for bronzer, I have a matte bronzer and I've got it again in the shade medium. I'm hoping that it's not too dark. It's crazy, right? I've had a little bit of a hard time with all this makeup so far, and all of this makeup is kind of geared towards makeup artists and it's supposed to be very user-friendly and like high level, high quality, you know, professional level makeup for cheap, essentially, because it's still drugstore. It's not on the cheaper end of drugstore, it's on the higher end of drugstore, but it's still drugstore pricing. I've had a hard time so far, that's all I'm saying. I mean, I like what all my face is looking like right now, but it's been a little bit of work. All right, so this is the matte bronzer. It's like more of like a neutral kind of brown shade. That blended out a lot nicer. So I feel like it's kind of meshed everything in together. Is this my favorite bronzer? No, it's not, but it did add a nice level of warmth to my face. I can see myself picking this up again. It's not my favorite color. I do think it opts just a little bit more red tone than I usually like. I like caramel tones. I feel like that's what complements my skin the most. This opts a little bit more like pinky reddy, kind of that kind of tone. But it's nice. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Right, one of my favorite things to do nowadays is blush. I've got the Sweet Cheeks blush. This is in the shade Daydream and it's a matte blush. It actually says it's a creamy powder blush, so I'm intrigued by the formulation. Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like, and this is the shade itself. It's actually a really nice, pretty pink. I'm really excited to get this on my face, so let's not wait around. Ooh, I absolutely freaking love that. It's like pigmented in the right way. It's not patchy. It blends really nice. Really like it. I actually only dipped my brush like once. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels like cold on touch, so it does feel a little bit creamy. In love. It just blends so nice. And it's so flattering on the skin. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, no, I'm actually in love with that. That's my favorite product so far. That is the start product so far. Oh my god, I love that. It's a very creamy powder. Yeah, the claims are true. But that is such a gorgeous color and it applies on the skin like a dream. Oh my god, yes to this. This is the first thing where I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. This and the concealer, really good products. Right, so we're gonna do a little bit of highlighting now. So I'm gonna go into this 3-step to sculpt, and I'm just gonna use the highlighter. It does, to me, looks a little bit peachy. Okay, we got a little bit of a glow and it's quite natural, subtle, and looks very, very nice on the skin. No cast, so I guess that's a good thing. I'm not like overly excited by it, and to be honest, I'm not overly excited by this entire palette. I think it's like nice, but I just think like the tone of this, and I feel like it's quite a dry formula. I didn't really love this. The brightening powder I actually quite like. This highlighter, it's nice but nothing groundbreaking. It's, to me, this is a very meh product. I could live without it. But I have quite an exciting highlighter. So this is the Money Heist highlighter, and this is in the shade Rose Gold. Like, just the packaging is just so freaking cool. It's like a bar of gold, but obviously it's rose gold. The color, this highlighter looks freaking insane. It says the only gold that matters, El Professor. Which is actually quite funny because I always say that Akil literally looks like the professor. They're twins, they are twins. But yeah, this is the actual highlighter itself. It's like a rose gold with like gold glitters throughout it. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, it's like very glittery and so beautiful. Like, look at the sheen on that. It basically melted into my skin. I'm getting this on my face right now. It is like a fine wash of glitter basically on the skin, but it actually looks amazing. I really like this. It kind of reminds me of Fenty's Diamond Bomb, but it's kind of a little bit more fine, and obviously this is more in like a rose gold color. It's just, honestly, it's gorgeous. It's actually elevated that highlight situation, and I freaking love it. It melts into the skin like butter. I love this. Okay, we found another absolute winner. This gorgeous highlight, if you're into glitter and you like a little wash of glitter on your face, then this is definitely going to be right up your street. This is definitely right up my street. Right, so this face is a little bit too dry for my liking, so I've got the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and yes, I need to spritz my face. You know, these sprays have some of the best reviews for drugstore setting sprays, so I'm kind of intrigued. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the finest mister though. It wasn't too strong. It kind of smells like very weakly of chemicals, not the best scent or anything. So that's added a little bit more dew back into my face. Nothing too drastic. I'm hoping that my makeup will still kind of melt into the skin. But yeah, no, I'm actually enjoying the way everything is looking. Even though some of the products have been tricky to work with or not my favorite kind of products, like not enough coverage, not blendable enough, this face is still looking quite good. It's looking very sculpted. Brow time. I've got two products here. So I've got a brow pencil and a brow gel. Got the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Espresso. I have used this before. I think it's a really good eyebrow pencil. I have ones that do a similar job to this for a lot cheaper, because this retails for around £10. And if you're ever going to finish any makeup product, it is definitely your eyebrow pencil. Like, I go through one within like 2 months because I do my makeup pretty much every day. It's a great part of my day for me. I just feel like that's the part of my day where I'm like zen. I am expressing myself through creativity. Like, it's just a really enjoyable part of the day for me. And yeah, I feel like I would run out of this, and £10 each time, I mean, it adds up. And then I have this. So this is Thick It, Stick It. So this is a thickening brow mascara. I feel like I might go in with this first and then the pencil. This is in the shade Espresso as well. I'm very torn on these kind of products, but you know what? I thought, let's give it a try. Let's step out the comfort zone. So this is what the product actually looks like. I do like the packaging. It looks like a nice brownie kind of color. I love the pink with the brown. I think it looks really nice. Ooh, this looks interesting. I feel like this in a clear color would be really good for me, because sometimes I'm intimidated by dark fibers and dark pomades on my brows, just because I like a neat brow. I do. I am not the demographic where I like the sticking up eyebrow. I don't think it suits me. It's controversial, but I don't think it suits a lot of people. I've seen maybe a handful of people where I'm like, oh my god, it looks incredible on you. But generally, I don't think it's for everybody. I'm getting a nice level of darkness, and that is giving me the depth I usually need in my brows. I like my brows to just basically look like they have a lot of depth and they're quite fluffy. Okay, I actually really like that product. It's not too dark. You can actually visibly see a difference. This one is a lot fuller, a bit more darkness, and to be honest, my hairs are sticking in the right place as well, like the right direction, so I actually quite like this. Okay, so that is the brow Thick It, Stick It brow mascara on. I feel like that is such a long name, Thick It, Stick It. So the brow mascara is on. I actually think it looks really nice. I do think NYX do really good eyebrow products, so I'm not surprised that this is a winner. I could see myself picking this up a lot. Now it's time to fill them in the areas that are still a little bit scarce. So this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. It is a very thin pencil. It used to be like the thinnest one on the market, but I think the Huda Beauty one is now the thinnest one on the market, but this one is still like thin enough to give you like like strokes, you know, hair like strokes. It is a very good one. Like, it's got a really good level of pigmentation. So I will just show you what I do to my brows. I just neaten them up, basically. I just love a neat brow. I do. And just like that, I have one brow done. I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. I tell you what I've been watching. I'm on season 3 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and they are freaking crazy people. Like, honestly, do people actually behave like that? Because it is wild. That are like, one of the characters I know goes to jail, and I'm like waiting for that. And to be honest, like, Jen Shah, she's one of my favorite characters in this. She's absolutely volatile to the max. The girl is crazy, but she's entertaining. She's batshit crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but she brings the entertainment. She brings it. So the episode that I'm watching right now, it looks like one of the characters, Heather, they've all gone on this girls' trip, and it looks like she's been sucker punched in the eye by someone else, like one of the other cast members, but she will not say it. And I swear to God, like that, I was like, what? I swear, none of the housewife franchises that I've seen has had this level of drama. Like, for a cast member to punch you, how is that even normal? Like, what? They used to have this character called Mary. She used to run a church, or as some people would like to say, a cult. And she was, I'm not even joking, like when I say she was a problematic character, she was so rude, so racially insensitive, and not just to like other races, to her own race as well. She was a black woman and she would make really insensitive racial remarks towards other black people. It was crazy. It was crazy. I just don't understand how you can be like racist towards own your own people. But yeah, they got rid of her. And I think Jenny's gonna go now. So I don't know who's actually gonna bring the drama now, but I swear to God, this show is so problematic that once you start watching it, you cannot stop watching it. I like this brow pencil. I've used it before. I still really enjoy it. I think it's a great product. I'm not gonna lie, my brows actually look extra fluffy today. They never look this fluffy. I quite like them. I think we're gonna do lips now. So the lip liner of choice, we've got loads of products, to be honest. I have lots of NYX products. I've just been buying NYX lips products for like years and years and years. I've got the lip pencil, and this is in the shade Nude Truffle. It looks like a really nice nudie kind of color. And then I have the NYX Soft Matte Cream, and this is in the shade Abu Dhabi, and it's like a really nice like soft brown color. I love the formulation of these. It's like a lip mousse, really nice. I'm actually not too sure which color I'm gonna opt for, maybe the lighter one. These are the butter glosses, and these are literally all the craze. Everybody loves these. They're really nice formulation of gloss, and they have so many nice nudie colors. This nude one, this one is creme brulee, and then this pinky one is tiramisu. I think I'm gonna go in with creme brulee. Honestly, I just love that lip combo. This is such a nice nude lip. You cannot go wrong with a NYX lip liner. Honestly, mwah, like really good formulation, and they're really cheap, and the colors are gorgeous. Soft matte lip cream. Oh, it smells so good and it feels so good on the lips. Love it. And then the gloss literally feels like butter on your lips. It's just so soft and juicy, and I just, yes to this. So the next thing we're gonna go into is eyeshadow. This is so exciting. So this is the eyeshadow of choice. This is the Ultimate Utopia eyeshadow palette, and oh my god, the shades. When I saw this, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna say this is one of the most beautiful palettes that I've got my hands on in the longest time. Like, just look at the state of this. It is insanely gorgeous. I don't even know what look I'm gonna do, because every color, every shade is so freaking beautiful. I'm obsessed. There are so many shades that are calling my name. It's just so pretty, like I don't even want to touch it. But I like these two shades in particular. There's like a blue shimmer here and a purple shimmer here, and they are freaking calling my name. I think we're gonna do something cool toned. The annoying thing is that there basically is no mirrors in any of this makeup, and I hate that. It really does annoy me, because I need a mirror. Right, so I'm gonna go into this grey shade right here. Because everything else has been so pigmented, this is probably gonna be pigmented too. Oh my god, that is a really nice grey shade. You know what? That concealer that I've used as an eyeshadow base didn't even crease. That's how good it is. Oh my god, like that is... I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed. That is such a nice cool tone shade. I am in love with that. The next shade I'm gonna go into is this lilac shade right there. Oh, that is so nice. They are like a tiny bit dusty, but the pigment is there, the payoff's there, so I don't really mind. It blend really nice. Then we're not messing around, guys. We're literally going to go straight into that blue one, and then we're going to go into this purple shimmer. I'm going to put that in the inner portion of the... Oh, wow. That is stunning. It's like a light blue with like gold and green reflex throughout it. It's like such a nice mermaidy color that... I'm just dying. I'm just... Yes, 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 yes. This, oh my God, is amazing. I actually really like the NYX eyeshadow formulations. The mattes and shimmers really work. Oh, this is stunning. I honestly, I can't get enough of this. I just love it. I freaking love it. Right, so then I'm gonna go into that purple shade, and I'm just gonna pop that on the outer edge. Well, okay, that's a lot darker than I anticipated. Won't lie. That's not as glittery either. Underneath the eye, I'm going to take this lilac shade and then maybe deepen it up with a little bit of this dark purple shade here. And then last but not least, in the inner corner and under the brow bone, I'm going to use this like silvery shade. That is gorgeous. Guys, this absolutely freaking stunning. It is such a stunning palette. I am obsessed with it. I am going to be using this all the time. It has inspired my creativity. The formulation is amazing. Oh my God, this is so good. This is one of my higher priced drugstore palettes. This I bought on sale, I think for around maybe like £24. I think it usually retails for £35, but for something this big with this many shades, you get 40 shades. They're all actually gorgeous shades. There are neutrals in here, pops of color. This is a beautiful palette, and if you're a cool tone lover, this whole palette is virtually cool toned. I, for one, like absolutely love it. Another star of the show. Right, now it's time to do liner. So I've got the super skinny eye marker. This is what the packaging looks like. This is what the tip looks like. It does look quite skinny, to be fair. Okay, liner done. Am I the biggest fan of this liner? Absolutely not. I think it's a little bit too skinny for me. I like something a little bit thicker just because I like to go wish, wash, and that's it, it's done. With this one, I do think it's good for finer details. You know what? I'm going to try and do like a inner eye liner kind of thing. See if it's good for that. It is good to line your inner eyes, or if you like to do detail, but for someone who likes a quick wing liner, I don't think this is the best choice, to be honest. Okay guys, so that is my finished look by NYX. Honestly, I have never ever forgotten to get a product, but I forgot to get a mascara. What? I swear to God, I bought one, or I definitely remember browsing the internet and thinking, I'm not too sold on these mascaras. They don't look particularly good, but I swear I got one and I don't know where I've placed it. But if I do find it, I will definitely do a review on that. I'll probably do YouTube shorts on it and do like a quick little review. But for the most part, this is the face. And you know what? I like it. I absolutely love this eye look. I'm living for it. I just love the highlight. I am very snatched. The lip combo is just beautiful. There have been pros, there have been cons, and we are going to discuss them now. So I'm going to run through the things I absolutely freaking loved, and then we'll talk about the things that didn't kind of work for me. The entire lip combo, all phenomenal products. NYX do a phenomenal lip product. Like, if you're ooming and ahhing about it, just all of their lip stuff is great. There's just no doubt in their formulations, just really, really good. They perform. The concealer, absolutely freaking loved it. I am tempted to go and buy like a more true to skin tone kind of color as well. I was just kind of just blown away by the formulation. It just did everything you want your concealer to do. I loved this highlighter, the Money Heist one. Beautiful. If you love glitter moment or you like a little bit of sparkle, then you'll love this. If you're not into glitter, you'll hate this. But I just think it took my highlight to like the next level. I just love it. The eyeshadow palette, I mean, the colors in this thing, the combinations of eye looks that you could create. Oh my god, this is an artist's dream, and I'm going to be picking this up literally every day now. I can just see myself using this so much. The blush, absolutely love the formula, love the color. I just think it's so cute. This is in the shade Daydream, and I just think it's like the prettiest flush of color. I really enjoyed the brow products. The pencil's nice. The brow mascara actually worked really well. I like the dewy setting spray, but you know what? I can see how it would increase the longevity of the makeup. However, it doesn't give me too much dew. My skin was not wet enough. My makeup didn't fully blend into one another, which is what I use a dewy setting spray for most of the time. The primer was actually really nice. I feel like pores wise, they've been filled. My skin looks smooth. It was hydrated. I like it. It wasn't like anything groundbreaking, but it is a really good option. The powder as well. The powder actually set my face really nicely, and I would like to use it with like a different foundation and different setting spray, but I liked how fine it was. I liked how it had a little bit of coverage in there. Now let's go into things that I didn't really care for. Foundation. God, like I feel like I look ashy around here and a little bit blotchy, and I can see a little bit of my vitiligo, and I just know it's not for me. It's a little too drying. I feel like it's a little too matte. You know when it kind of dries in the crevices of your face and makes you look a little older? That's what it's doing. I don't need that in my life. I need something that's plumping my skin, like making me look fuller, like plump and rejuvenated, that kind of look. It just didn't do enough for me. I need more from a foundation. I get more from cheaper options, so it just wasn't the one for me. The bronzer, I feel like it was nice, but it pulls a little too red for me, and I have bronzers that are cheaper that do a better job. So it just didn't blow me away. I'm not saying it's a bad product, but it just didn't really do bits for me. And then the two products I really just did not get on with, and to be honest, I don't think I would ever repurchase them, and I wouldn't even really give them a good review, is the Super Skinny marker, just because it doesn't suit my eyeliner needs. And to be honest, I was going over the areas a few times. I don't really like that. I don't like it when eyeliner skips, so I would skip this. And then this 3 steps to sculpt. I don't understand how it's targeted for light skin tones. This is definitely targeted towards medium tan skin tones. The best thing in this was the brightening powder. That was nice. The highlighter didn't do too much. It was still like average kind of level of nice. I don't know. I feel like there's better products on the market and for cheaper. So again, not that loud. I am gonna say I do enjoy this overall face of makeup, this eye look. I'm living it for it. Every time I look in the mirror, I get really happy. It's just giving me mermaid vibes, and I love it. I think overall it's been a really mixed bag. I went into this video thinking it's gonna be phenomenal, but I'm a bit like humbled. I'm like, okay, NYX is good, but it's not, in my opinion, great. Not everything works. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and found it informative. And if you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because honestly, it means the most to me. And I will see you on my next one.